This is the Throttle Out Show presented by Vixen Industries, the only show where monster truck drivers and mechanics come together to present what's happening in the monster truck community. It's the ultimate combination of torque, horsepower, and trash talk. And now for your hosts. First, straight out of the heart of Detroit Rock City, it's Kid Rock's neighbor and former driver of the BKT ride truck. It's Austin Spence. And the duo deep in the heart of Texas, it's the show owner and daughter of a man who conquered the industry for over 20 years. It's Harley Johnson, along with everyone's favorite Bryce Kenny lookalike, Austin Tweedy. So go ahead, fuel up, strap in, and remember, when in doubt, throttle out.
Good evening, everyone. It is Sunday. It is so good to be back on the set. Good evening, Harley Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm ready for another Sunday episode.
Well, let's get on the road. Hey, Austin Spence, where you at? I don't see you. Oh, hey, there he is.
Oh, hey. What's going on, guys? Just digging for treasure. Anyway, what's going on? It's been a great weekend.
We're just over here drinking out of our new Buc-ee's cups. We're enjoying life. And it has been such an eventful weekend. And I know you want to talk about it.
Oh my gosh, do I ever. First of all, in case some of you guys can't tell, I got quite a bit of sun this weekend, so that's why my lighting is a little bit different, because I fried like an absolute lobster. Going to these shows outdoors in the summer, and for whatever reason, I still don't bring sunscreen. Like,
he's a little crispy tonight, is what he's trying to say.
Little crispy. Oh, yeah.
Eventually, you'll just go past, the burning phase and just go straight to the tan. You'll get there.
That would be amazing. Unfortunately, I do not tan at all. So I'm pasty white.
I'm a lobster.
Yeah, I know. Which, unfortunately, going to a Throwdown show, I didn't get to see the lobster this weekend. But hopefully, someday this year, I'll get to. Yeah, them Steve Jones, the monster lobster. There you go.
Hey, John Cadeau, it is so good to see you. Thanks for coming back on. And Cody Spencer already talking that crap. He did not waste any time at all.
Not at all.
Great beard.
What up, Spencer?
The daughter
of the rock. Hey, don't forget Mr. Colby there. I actually got to run into this guy over the weekend in Springport. Super awesome dude. It was awesome to get a chance to talk to you and hang out with you and your family at Springport. Man.
All right.
We got a lot.
Why don't we just go ahead? We'll let you get the Monster Truck Throwdown stuff. Go ahead and tell us what happened this past weekend. Good.
With absolute freaking pleasure. So for those of you guys that don't know, Michigan has been one of the most strictest states when the whole country kind of shut down. So any kind of live events, concerts, whatever, nothing would budge. The powers that be were very much against, have any kind of basically big events, kind of like with interactions and whatnot. So this weekend was the very first monster truck show in all of Michigan. And about this track that was held, this Monster Truck Throwdown event was 20 minutes away from where I live here in Jackson, Michigan. Not exactly Detroit like the intro says, but Jackson, not too far away. But anyway, what's up?
Like the Johnny Cash song.
Right. Yeah, I've been everywhere. But before I got to go work for Monster Jam, I actually used to race at this track in a front wheel drive. I probably couldn't fit in one of those cars anymore, but I actually have a little bit of history going to this track. Seeing this track sold out for the first time ever was absolutely insane. A normal Friday, Saturday night for circle track racing, you maybe see 100 people in the stands, and mostly there's people on the other side of the fence that's usually cluttered up. I mean, it was a stacked lineup, great drivers. It was a ton of fun. The only thing that sucked about that weekend was the heat. Yeah. I mean, it was just super, super hot. And a lot of people were very miserable. The concessions actually couldn't keep up with the amount of demand of waters. We almost saw a fight a few times, so that was a little interesting. But the line getting into the show, we got there right as pit party started. The line went all the way from the gate all the way out to the main road and looped around for another block. There were so many people that were there for the show, and it was absolutely incredible. And unfortunately, you can see here, Mr. John Zimmer Jr. had a bad weekend after freestyle, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But as far as the results of the show, Jerry Beck came out for best trick, if you want to kind of call it best trick, because there wasn't really a whole heck of a lot that the drivers could do for the best trick competition. You kind of saw it in the video that they were sharing. Is Corey Rummel went up for a sky wheelie, and he turtled the truck, which is funny because I actually went and talked to him during pit party, and the front clip on that truck was all mangled together. It looked like a very poorly put together jigsaw puzzle with just paint and tape and duct tape. It was rough. And he's like, nah, man, I'm not going to be rough on this thing. Like, I just want to get done and go on the lake afterwards. And well, he rolled it. So in old Corey Rummel fashion. So
you can't make plans for after the show. Okay. If you're the Monster Truck team, okay.
You can never make plans.
Let's let this be the very first lesson for anybody out there who wants to get into monster trucks. Okay. And you finally get the opportunity to get back there and start wrenching on trucks. Rule number one is you never make plans for what's going to happen after the show. And it don't matter if it's dinner, if you want to get an early shower and get on the road. It doesn't ever work that way. Rule number one, don't make plans.
I think Mr. Tweedy's here is speaking from experience for sure.
Yeah, I think there's a couple stories behind that statement.
Oh yeah, we haven't done a story time in forever.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay? I don't want to talk about it right now.
Too bad. We're live on the air. We're going to come back and talk about that. Anyway. So anyway, kind of going into skills and everything. So I can't remember her name, so someone please in the comments, please help me out here. But Elliot's neighbor got behind the wheel of Sinistar over the weekend. And she was very nervous. You can obviously tell with the way she was driving, going into skills. She was driving around the track, and she wasn't like amping up the crowd. It was more or less like she just didn't know what to do. She almost looked a little lost. But I can tell you one thing, this girl was not afraid to hit the cars, because most of the time when you want to hit a car stack a certain way, especially when you want to get a sky wheelie or at least try to get it to where the truck's going to nose down and get a slap wheelie out of it, there's kind of a technique where you kind of slow down, wait for the front tires to kind of hit the crush cars, nail the gas, kind of get the tires in the air. This woman was hitting these crush cars like it was a barrier. Like she was full throttle from like 20 feet away just into these cars. There was nothing left of them after the first hit. It was pretty incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn right. But going in after when she got to her freestyle run, she actually tore the truck up pretty good. She did pretty good. She got used to it, but hopefully going into the future, we'll get to see a little bit more out of her, get a little bit more comfortable with the truck, and I guarantee you she'll do something great in the near future. Now, as far as results going further into the event, so best trick competition, couple trucks broke. So there was a 7-truck lineup, and 2 of them got knocked out. So our boy Chandler West, that was driving Quad Chaos this weekend, he kind of went up, did a super sick sky wheelie, came down, and it looked like he broke an axle, and he had to limp it back to the pits, and him and Gio were able to wrench on it, get it back for freestyle, but unfortunately had to miss racing. Once Mr. Jerry Beck finished with his run, he drove his truck. I'm not sure if anything was wrong with it, but he also drove his truck to the back to kind of check up on them. And then something also went wrong with reckless driving, where when he went out for his hits, he lost the front drive shaft. So there's already down to 4 trucks for racing. Very small lineup, but let's be honest, everybody cares more about freestyle than they do racing. However, my predictions going to the show was absolutely right. You guys know I'm usually 90% right on these predictions for racing.
You're not bad.
And I'm not bad, but the finals was between little John Zimmer Jr. and Corey Rummel and Avenger. Now, the way the track was designed, it was kind of like a long straightaway into a Chicago-style type of course. So you kind of started on a very wide, long straightaway over a jump. After the jump, you go straight into a Chicago-style course. 2 hits around the crush cars, and that's it. Well, Zimmer definitely had a little bit more horsepower, but they wet one side of the track a little bit too much, and Corey Rummel was able to sneak away with a win. So for first Michigan show, a Michigan driver takes the victory. So congrats to Corey Rummel on that. But I know John Zimmer was a little upset because he had the fastest qualifying time. So he wanted that racing win bad. I know he did. And another little fact about everybody with John Zimmer, he had no help this weekend.
Oh,
Everybody out with the Gardner camp. You had 2 trucks in Springfield and another 2 trucks in Indianapolis, Indiana.
you mean he was running his portion
He
of
was
the show
running
all by himself?
solo. He was running solo. Like you could see him getting out of the truck, running and grabbing things and hopping back in or adjusting. Like you could see that from the stands. This poor little kid. And sorry, Zim, I have to say little kid. I'll come back to that in a second. And an all black fire suit, just running to grab things and adjust the truck and come back to it. But obviously, some guys in the back were able to help him out when he could. But as far as him, he was like a one-man operation, as far as I could tell over the weekend.
Hey, what a stud. Let's give a round of applause to little Zim
Yeah.
quick, because that is not an easy feat to work on a truck all by yourself. I couldn't imagine being behind the wheel of a truck and then having a wrench on it, do everything else by yourself at a big show like that, nonetheless.
Mhm. Oh, absolutely. So the reason why I said kid was because when me and my wife finally got into the gate and we were able to get down onto the track and we get there for pit party, I'm obviously looking around to find little Zim because after he was our first guest on our show, I had a little bit of a goodie bag for him, a shirt, some stickers and whatever, just to kind of represent us here on the Throttle Out show. So as I'm sitting in line getting ready to like talk to him, there's this woman with, I want to say 3 daughters and her husband. And she asked him, it's like, excuse me, but where's the driver for this truck? And Zimmer was like, well, I'm the driver, ma'am. And she was like, there's no way, you look 12 years old.
Oh,
So I couldn't help but kind of just like turn and laugh a little bit. But I'm sorry, Zim, but you got to grow a little bit of beard. Hey, if I do shave this off, I'll send some off to you, I guess. I don't know. But he put on an excellent performance. I mean, that Gardner camp knows how to throw down. Now, running into freestyle, everyone was going for gold, to say the least. But top 3 mainly for that show was obviously you got to give it to the flying dump truck. And I mean, I thought he was going to pull away with the win, especially what he was bringing in freestyle. Just a lot of huge air. Like everybody was really into it. And then you see little Zim come out and he had 3 great hits. And the left rear champagne breaks clean off the truck, which was very unfortunate. I think we had a little clip of it that we showed a little bit earlier.
so it did not damage the actual axle housing then.
Oh no, it tore it off. You could see it after he so this was Corey Rummel's best trick moment. Went to try and go for a sky wheelie, fell over, and then this was the aftermath after poor Zimmer's show. You can see the axle is still sticking out. And apparently I asked Big A because I didn't know where he was this weekend, and he was in Springfield with the other trucks and Zimmer was by himself, but apparently this was his first like big damage that he's done in a long time. So for driving a truck as hard as he does and for as long as he's gone without having this kind of damage to his truck, I mean, that's pretty impressive. Now, I just want to know how he was able to get on a truck and get it out, get back to Indiana after the show. That's what I want to know.
Right.
But come back to it. Corey Rummel won freestyle. Corey Rummel doubled down in racing and freestyle, kind of keeping the gold there here in the state of Michigan, put on an excellent show, and it was an absolute blast. I really hope Throwdown, after the success they had, are going to be coming back next year.
I would think after seeing the way those stands were packed out like that, I'd say they're definitely going to be back next year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All
Now,
right, well,
moving forward, what happened in Springfield, Missouri this past weekend? Harley Joe?
Now, I don't have much results. It was really hard to find anything on the show, to be honest.
He's
But
got it.
Spence
Spence
has
has
the
got it.
results.
of
but-
course.
A little highlight reel of the show, of course.
Hey, that looks familiar.
So, hey, David.
Hey.
So this was the very first show for Miss Overboard's new chassis, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct.
Brand new chassis. I'm assuming it's built in-house. Eddie building the chassis, and they all assembled everything right there in-house. Big Zimmer had a big part. They all had a big part on that truck. There she is right there.
I gotta say, I'm not much of a pink fan, but that truck looks really sharp.
Oh, that's a good-looking truck. This guy has some serious air at the show. We'll see here in just a second. And here is that brand new truck going to the finals against Zach Garner in Wildside. Good looking truck. As you can see, this guy is not giving an inch racing his mama. Look at that.
No, of course not.
Tire smoking everything, man.
Really
Go
that
Zach.
12,000-pound machine, man. Not giving it an inch. Nice. Whoa.
Oh, little nose heavy there.
Hey, just send it, baby.
Man, it seems like everyone was going for blood this week. I mean, this is like top tier independent show. Look at Timothy Jones, just not afraid to just holy crap. Oh man.
Landed on concrete
Watching
and
that
all.
guy's whole freestyle, I mean, it was all big air, like all of it.
Holy crap. It looks like he might have a sway bar issue, but oh, nope, never mind. And there goes the cab.
There he goes.
Oh my gosh. So this weekend was absolutely incredible, and I do have some results from somebody that was there, Mr. John Costin, Indy Monsters. You can find him on Instagram. The results were Friday, 2-wheel scale or best trick competition, whatever you want to call it. Mr. Joe Sylvester and Bad Habit took the win there. Racing on Friday went to Wild Side, and then freestyle also went to Bad Habit. Saturday, 2-wheel scale or skills challenge also went to Wild Side along with racing. So immediately Saturday show double down in skills and racing. And then freestyle on Saturday went to Timothy Jones in that Twisted Addiction truck. I mean, these guys were going hard this weekend.
No, that's
like, look at this.
So I've been at that venue before. It is a fantastic venue. The fans go absolutely nuts at that show. Honestly, regardless of who's there, those guys just love monster trucks. But they got a great show this past week, and every single truck there, I mean, put on a great performance.
I mean, dude, absolutely. This thing was this show. I want to go to this show because you hear about these big independent shows like here in Springfield, Missouri, and then I believe Miami and Oklahoma isn't too far away, if I remember correctly.
No,
and that's another massive show that people got to go to.
And look who's holding up the trophy at the end of the evening, at the end of the weekend.
Of Springfield.
King of Springfield held his title for a second year in a row. Give it up for little Zach Gardner and Wildside. Now, here's something that we need to talk about, because you'd think seeing that trophy thing that Mr. Zach Gardner was done, like his weekend's done, pack the trucks up, go home, kind of relax a little bit. No, not for the Overboard camp, because there are some issues up there in Indiana, guys.
Yeah, they seem to have some motor issues in Papa's truck, and they are coming off, or they're in the middle of a 3-stadium show weekend, which is absolutely ridiculous anyways. So Zach Garner goes out, he kicks a little tail, retains his title for King of Springfield, and he's like, hey, you know what? There's still some time left in the weekend. I think I could still make a stadium show and go kick everybody's butt there. So this weekend, victory was spelled Z-A-C-K, because he got straight to Indy and didn't hold up. Harley Joe, why don't you play some video footage from Indianapolis this week? And we want to thank the best jelly. What?
Which one is it?
You can play damn near any one of them.
Sorry, he sent me like 4 videos and none of them are.
All these
really
videos
labeled.
from the best jelly _ 2.0. We want to give a huge shout out to him. Here is our guy, Warrior Bryce. It's crazy freaking.
That's from today's show.
That's from today's show. Oh my goodness.
Just all over the place. My goodness.
Now this, I don't know if this is from today's show or yesterday's show, but you got to watch this race all the way through. Max D, no fire, no fender flares, getting dirty, getting down there in the corners, and it's going to turn into a really good race. They're not going to give an inch. Coming into the final corner, standing up on the ass end, Bryce, and then they run into each other.
Oh, man. I thought he was going to pit him.
Now, here is a newcomer in the sport, Chris Kohler. Now, I got to be at the very first event ever where he got to make a race pass in Brutus, and here he is doing damn stadium shows in trucks. I don't even know what that was.
Hey, when in doubt, throttle out.
And there is Jamie Garner.
And this is why. Oh, no, that wasn't the clip. Okay. And then you got Tristan England. This was his 2-wheel skill run. Was it not that got him the win?
Yeah, that is correct. Because he won 2-wheel skills from this past weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, he won last night and he won today.
Yes. So this is from one of those. just doing his thing.
I don't think the nose of that truck touched the ground
right there
once.
on the nose of that ramp. Wow, that is impressive.
Oh my goodness. Well,
We got
do we? Yeah, I was gonna say we're not done yet.
Oh, here we
No, this
go.
is Zach's
Here's your
run.
boy. This is Zach. This is from
Is this his winning freestyle run?
That's right.
This is it. This is Zach coming out and winning freestyle.
Truck, just so everybody knows, this is the exact same truck that was in Springfield, Missouri. They figured, okay, look, Jamie had a great run this weekend, whatever, but it would actually be much easier if we just wait on Zach to get here from Springfield and he can just drive with the overboard body on it. That's what they decided to do. He comes in, he hits the mini flip. He is all the way pegged at $9,000 on that backflip. That was a slow ass mini flip. And he just decided to unleash all hell in this freestyle run. And just what a good call that was to make, to not to try and get and put in an engine and pull an all-nighter. Look at this insane air.
Gosh.
And not to try and pull an all-nighter and then look at where I got him. That is such a good decision to make. Just let Zach drive. He knows how to do the damn thing. He's right up there with the best drivers in the game. And he was able to go out, kick butt in Springfield, come to Indy and kick butt. What a storybook ending for the weekend for the Garner camp.
Can we go back to that last clip where we could see your boy, Todd LeDuc, kind of slowly walking away, that walk of shame behind Zach with Mr. Jeffson there in the background?
The walk of shame. Come on. Don't kick on my boy.
I don't even know where Todd placed today.
There he is. Up, yep.
Yep, there they go. Look at
Womp,
it. Doesn't
womp.
look like walk of shame.
That's
Sorry, guys. Nothing but love here, I promise.
We do have some more clips. Oh,
this is Jeremy McGrath.
Okay, who is that?
Yes, fill us in who that is, because I didn't know who that was either.
Yeah, everyone's like some motocross legend.
Yes, motocross legend from when we were kids. And I've actually not known what this guy's been doing. Apparently, he's been sponsored by Team Kawasaki. So this is his actual race from LeDuc, and he should just stick to riding motorcycles, apparently. Yeah, this is the actual clip of those two racing. Just a nice, fun little grudge match. First turn, first time in a Monster Jam race, and rolls it over.
He had a really good couple passes in practice.
His practice runs, as you saw in that video right there, he was on top of it. And we'll go ahead and watch it one more time. He talks about how Tom Mintz was coaching him through all this, but the guy was just a natural behind the wheel. You don't ever see anybody get behind the wheel of a monster truck and drive like this. There's a lot of veterans out there that don't know how to drive like this. The guy was not afraid to get behind the wheel and run that sucker. But yes, long time motocross champion. I remember when I was a kid watching this guy get out and win championships on dirt bikes in the big Supercross Stadium Series. And then here he is, flash forward, 20 years later, and he's still putting on show for stadium. Here we go. Cheech is watching tonight. Exactly. Cheech who this guy is.
Yeah, sorry. I stick to four wheels. I don't know anything about motocross. I heard the name like Ricky Carmichael, and that's about it.
That's unfortunate. And there might be another video. Is that right?
Yep.
And this is from show number uno. This is Bari and my guy Todd LeDuc going out. Final round of racing. It was a very good race. And coming down to the final turn, it's all Monster Energy taking that victory. And here is Lindsay Reed. Everybody want to know what Lindsay Reed's been up to on this tour. She's starting to get the hang of it, y'all. She's starting to get the feel to what it's like to have that 12,000-pound Monster Jam machine on a stadium-sized floor. So here she is coming out for two-wheel skill. Going to go down to this pod down here in the corner. Everybody's going, what the heck is she thinking? Is she up for this task? Can she do it? And you're about to see her run. This is from, I believe, show one. Nice. Go ahead. Pop it up. Right across the pod. Oh!
So, no, she was not up for it. So, do we have the Bryce Kenny and Todd LeDuc race? I believe it was event number 2. So, there was like a double spin out in racing between the two. Bryce Kenny actually rolled it over in racing. Todd LeDuc overshot his corner, backed up, and Bryce Kenny got it up on all fours and actually won and beat Todd in racing. You're telling me we don't have a clip of that?
No,
someone dropped the ball on that one.
Oh man, I'm sweating so bad right now.
So we're looking for a new co-host here on the Throttle Out show. So if you'd like to please leave your resume down in the description, we really appreciate that.
And the worst part is Connor Bauer. First of all, thank you so much for the video from Indy this past weekend. And I'm sorry I didn't use the damn video that you sent me. I'm sorry. I totally let all this down. But the best jelly underscore 2.0. Thank you so much once again for all your wonderful video work this past weekend.
Well, now that we watched a bunch of clips from the weekend, we'll go ahead and put up the results from the weekend.
We need to talk about Tristan England here, like having such a hiatus. You know, we know Tristan's always been a arena guy. He's always been the one in arenas. Coming out in Indianapolis in show number 3 and getting an overall. That is awesome for Tristan.
Well, first of all, the guy's a natural, and it's about time we start seeing him in stadium shows. And he said at the end of the day when he won his overall that he's not done with the stadium series just yet. He's got Kansas City, Missouri still to go to, and I know he's going to rock the house. He's going to do whatever he can to get Megalodon back in the winner's circle. But you're absolutely right. Seeing somebody come from an arena standpoint, an arena tour, and then go where the big boys play, that's just it. Where all the very best of the best in the Monster Jam Stadium Series are, and pull off an overall, it's absolutely incredible.
So let me ask you guys this, and maybe some people down in the comments might know. Has Tyler Meninga ever won an overall in a stadium championship? Has Kristen? Has any of these other arena guys stepped up into a stadium?
I don't know if Kristen has won an overall. I know she's won freestyle.
Right. Correct.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking an overall. An overall is like the big,
being consistent enough to be able to win the whole show. That's what an overall event champion is.
Anyone watching, you could fact check us on that, but I don't think so.
Because I would really like to see. Because here's the thing: we know Monster Jam is going to be coming back better than ever, probably as of next year. And there's some kind of a big announcement that's going to be going on the 16th. Mm-hmm. They were sharing it all over social media. Nobody has any idea what it has to do. It could be a new body, could be a new truck, could be a schedule, could actually be a world finals. Nah, I'm a little skeptical on that. I don't think so.
I don't know. See, I'm going to be completely honest, y'all. If y'all want to know what you think my prediction is for that, if you look at the color scheme on that little, big news coming.
A little bit green and purple there.
Green and purple, so it's got to be Gravedigger.
They're Gravedigger colors, exactly. So, and y'all know how big of a Gravedigger fan I am, so you can clearly see how excited I am about this announcement. That's right. Team Pickling, St. Louis, Missouri, all the way.
So, I believe 2022 will actually mark the 40th anniversary of Gravedigger. So they might be probably teasing some kind of skate paint scheme or something they might be doing for next year. Again, this is all speculations. Like we know people in the industry, but we literally have no idea what to expect with this announcement.
What the huge announcement is. It's Gravedigger related. I bet you money on that one.
That's it. Hey, Morgan's got a good prediction down there. Possibly Weston Anderson debuting. Having all the Anderson boys in the field. I could see that. I could honestly see that because one person we haven't seen come back for Team Gravedigger is Mr. Morgan Kane. Even though he posts a lot about it on social media and Instagram, it is kind of weird that he was actually a really top-notch driver, very consistent, and he hasn't gotten a call back yet.
Don't know why that is. He's definitely Team Gravedigger all the way. So I don't know why he's not been back just yet. But I like that. I love that theory of this could possibly be Weston Anderson finally coming home to Monster Jam. Now, I'm not going to say who I talked to here. This has been, oh my gosh, it's been almost 2 years ago now since I talked to this individual. Let's just say I talked to somebody who knows Weston very, very well. And I got to pick in this individual's brain, and I said, okay, what would be the chances of Weston ever coming to Monster Jam? Said person goes, I'd say you're probably going to see that happen here in the next few years. Maybe that's what they do.
Maybe it was something they were planning last year, and then COVID happened, and they had to scrap those plans.
Because we've seen this kid drive a mega truck, and this guy's not afraid of anything. I mean, he definitely takes after his daddy for 100%. So
what if not only Weston comes to Monster Jam, but he brings the King Sling monster truck with him, and now that truck is competing.
That would be one hell of a 50-50 ticket if, like, you are the winning ticket. You get to sit in those 2 seats at a Monster Jam event. You might need to have a barf bag and a change of diapers after that.
I bet that's what it is, and I know Monster Jam's going to be so upset because they're going to go, "How did y'all get the download on this? It's supposed to be our news to release." Well, we know a little bit of everything we're on the Throwdown show. We got resources everywhere.
No, in the fans and Monster Jam world, the news is probably going to be out before Monster Jam puts the news out.
Oh yeah, there's people know how to dig in this community, and it's a small community. I mean, there's a lot of people are into it, but for what it is, it's a really small community. And not to mention, Monster Jam maybe try not to be so predictable. Just saying. It's like, unexpected, uncut, whatever. It's like, yeah, no, everything's pretty expected. We know exactly what we're going to be watching. Could also see him bring a bog hog monster truck out. Okay, so the Morgan there has an idea that maybe bog hog could have its own identity in a monster truck. I mean,
but then why would they make it green and purple?
That's true. That is the whole thing. Like the whole thing in that
to Gravedigger itself. It's probably the anniversary.
Or alien invasion.
Oh no, Cheese, we do not want to go down this rabbit hole. Bigfoot is coming back to Monster Jam.
What? Nobody told me.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Morgan Kane and Bigfoot 21.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, that's actually going to happen.
This is all speculation, people. We're not putting anything out there. Or
no, but on the more important matters, Cody Spencer. All right. You got a final offer for Spence to shave that beard, and we want to hear it. I don't know how much of a delay there is on this end.
He put a poll on Instagram, and I don't know what the result was. What was the result?
It was literally like 80 to like 20, where like everyone's like, "No, don't shave the beard," because I got a poster. I got to put a picture out there of what I look like without a beard. It is not enjoyable to look at. So no, and not to mention my wife has been constantly. It's like, I don't care what the results are. You are not shaving that beard. And I'm like, well, I understand that. She's like, I don't care. You are disappointing your fans on this one. You are not getting rid of the beard. So I'm like, okay. So it's not me. You guys got to be more worried about. It's the wife.
Purple first, and then we'll go to whose turn it is next.
It's probably going to be mine because that what makes it fair. However, I will make this. Yeah, Troy's like dye the beard purple. I don't think purple is a good look for this because this is such a thick red color.
I'm okay, man. You'd look awesome with a purple beard.
God, no, I wouldn't. I know what you're doing, but no, I wouldn't look good in purple, Tweety.
What about green? Do it BKT green.
I don't represent that truck anymore. Why would I do it green?
Because everyone knows who has the ride truck guy. Everyone knows this guy is the Bryce Kenny lookalike. So
awesome. Good. No, why we got Mike Hedman telling me to go pink? I'm fine with dyeing it purple. Honey, I'm gonna go yell at my. I know you can't, but no.
I love it. She's one of the keyboard warriors back while you're over here doing the show. She's the one out there getting everybody all riled up here in the community chat. I love it. She does it every week.
Do a Derriere blue.
Derriere. Oh.
Derriere.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there, Troy. So Derriere is a custom truck I made that's on a Gravedigger body. The name is itself a joke because you ever hear some old person say, "I'm going to kick you in your derriere," it means butt. So it's literally the truck's name is literally butt. So I thought it was funny.
Here we go.
So I'll get a mohawk, and if both or Spence shaves it off, I will let y'all and your fans choose what color I dye my beard within reason.
Interesting.
Wait, hold on. That's bull because you work for Monster Jam and you have to wear a mask every time, so we don't get to see it. We're not going to see Cody Spencer on a Jumbotron with whatever color beard everyone chooses on because you have to wear a mask. So, no.
That is a good point. And I actually wasn't even thinking about that.
I just like that no one's making me dye my hair. You guys have to dye your hair for some reason.
Yeah, what the hell? Why are we not getting Harley in on some of this stuff? I think our audience is afraid of your dad.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
if you know my dad, you'd be scared of him too.
Spencer says he'll still do it.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing. No. So I kind of want to talk before
We're
we
watching
kind of
the segment on shaving Austin's beard.
yeah. We're gonna end up turning into like a facial hair like show or whatever. It's like no, like, and it's just turning into this giant argument. Anyway, kind of a segue here a little bit. So everybody knows here that our little partner that we have here on the Throttle Out Show is Miss Becky McDonough in Vixen Industries, and we do anything and everything we can to support her brand. However, if you have not picked up your Monster Truck Throwdown brochures this year or your yearbooks this year, souvenir yearbook, you'll notice Miss Becky McDonough is right here with Vixen Industries, and she got her own page in the yearbook. So super cool for Miss Becky McDonough. Unfortunately, she's not in the driver's section. You won't find her next to whatever it was that truck called, Titan. Thank you. I almost had a stroke trying to figure out what the name of the truck was. But I don't know. Maybe that's first things to come. You'll never know. Harley, dye your hair red. I can say something. Your dad loves me.
Make Cody get a when in doubt, throttle out tattoo.
Oh, a tattoo.
And BJ can do the tattoo.
Oh man, if we could make BJ give the tattoo, that would be even better.
That's better. That I like a lot more. We should slip that into the.
He said okay. I think he's down.
Yeah.
So that means you have to dye your beard, right?
God.
Oh, we agreed. We have an agreement.
He said deal.
We have reached an agreement here on the Throttle Out Show.
I didn't agree to anything. You guys are saying yes for me. No, we didn't reach an agreement on anything.
I don't think it's up to Spence. I think it's up to Katie because she's the one that lives with him. So I think it's ultimately Katie's decision.
She's telling me to get a tattoo. No, honey, I'm afraid of needles.
Hey, check this out. If y'all hit 500 subs on the YouTube by the end of August, I'll get a when in doubt, throttle out tattoo. Whoa.
That's a huge statement.
Whoa.
I wish I knew where my bag was. That is wow. God, I love this community. I really do.
But hey, listen, that just means y'all got to help us get there, though. Like right now,
if we reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, we'll all get throttle out tattoos.
Here we go.
Oh,
he was watching. He was listening.
Oh no. Oh man.
This can actually happen.
This I don't
It's a
want
possibility.
to.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Oh man. I don't like you, Cody. I really don't.
No, but see, your boy Troy Lee, he's got a very good point here. Okay, remember when in doubt, throttle out. Everybody should live by that statement, anyways. Okay, whether you drive a nice little Prius of a grocery getter, or you're pushing the cart, or you've got a dirt bike or a 12,000-pound monster truck, remember when in doubt, throttle out applies to every single one of those
just not
categories.
monster trucks. It's anything.
Man, I'm getting called out left and right. This is some bull, man.
Put Katie's comment up there.
She's wheezing in the room next door. I can hear her. I think she needs her inhaler. Oh man, I really don't want to dye my beard purple. I'd be okay with the hair because I always wear a hat, but oh man, not the beard.
Hey, I gotta say, we're closing in on 700 right now on Instagram. Which, first of all, thank you so much, everyone. By the way, and we really get that 700. You're definitely gonna be seeing a purple mohawk over here, regardless of any deals that have been made tonight or not. That is still a done deal. That is still happening.
Look, we have someone else joining us and getting a tattoo. If we all get one.
Okay. I'd say we're about to make another deal right here on air. What do y'all think?
Spence, it's okay. You can have a lot of drinks and get a tattoo, and then you won't feel it.
Oh, you guys are bad influences. Oh man. All right.
Okay.
Do we get to choose the location for Cody?
Well, heck, the wife's in on
Yeah,
it
the
now.
wife's in
Yeah,
on it.
baby.
I'm gonna have a talk with my wife when we get
Oh,
off
how sweet. How
Oh,
sweet is
damn.
she? She's just the best. She'll hold big baby Austin's hand. Oh, this is good.
Thank
Show
you.
It's hard for me not to crack
For
up laughing
watching
because I can
the
literally
vlog.
hear her cracking
This
up
show's
next door.
awesome.
We're betting on who's gonna get what.
Oh my gosh,
Go to
Cody.
Look, Doug White's in on it.
Doug. Oh my gosh.
You know what? It's just a
Does it have to be dyed? Can I not just cut my beard in a certain way? Like, what if I just did the handlebars? Like, do I have to fully all of this get colored, or can I just cut it a stupid way for you guys to be happy?
I don't know, but Cody's got an extra feature on his tattoo after Indy Monster.
He has to get out of the butt cheek. John, I love you. Thank you for that. If you go to BJ's, it's free. Oh,
I like
man.
this. I like this. This is
So by the end
good.
of the year, every one of us will have dyed our hair a certain color, and we're all getting tattoos. So
Oh my gosh. I'll just do it when he's sleeping. Oh, that's. Oh.
it's okay if you don't like it. You just shave it off and it grows back. It's not a tattoo where it's on you forever.
Yeah, but the good thing about when I shaved during quarantine, I didn't go outside. I stayed home. I posted those pictures just to get a rise out of a lot of people, and I did. Even my mother's like, "Why did you do that?" And I just stayed home. Like, I was afraid to go out. I was happy for the mask by then because no one could see this and how bad it was.
Christmas is
Christmas.
just around the corner.
Oh no. All right. I'd be more okay with messing up my beard than getting a tattoo. I'll be completely honest.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry, man.
So if we can get him to dye his beard, then we'll work on tattoos after.
Just dye the stash purple so it looks funnier. Oh man, that would. Gosh.
Hey, real quick, while we're talking about all this good fun stuff, I got a shameless plug for this Tuesday. Watch the Crush This podcast. Jeff Bursey's going to be on, Mr. President, and there may or may not be a guest appearance for somebody else on there. Watch Crush This Tuesday. Now, what do we have to do to get you to get a tattoo, Spence?
I don't know, man, because I've seen I went in with Katie to get one of her first tattoos when we first started dating, and the whole thing, like I got nothing against tattoos. I think tattoos are beautiful, and like when people get them done right, they look great, but I don't like the idea of being stabbed over and over and over again just to have an image on my arm or my leg or whatever.
At some point, it just goes numb, and you don't feel it anymore.
What she said is true. Why do you think people repeatedly get tattoos, man?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because they're crazy.
It's a little bit of sting at first, and then
You're calling us crazy?
Harley. We have a talk show on the internet about monster trucks. You're saying we're not crazy?
We'll get.
I'm just saying.
It's gonna happen. Katie's in on it. It's gonna happen.
So I say this Wednesday on the show, you must have an answer. What here? You take over. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah. Who's crazy?
Who's crazy?
Who's crazy?
Go ahead and say that one more time. Say it louder. Don't be pointing fingers. Not a nice point.
Anyway, we're getting a little off track here. We need
We're a
to.
little off track. So thanks for watching our segment on shaving beards, dyeing beards, getting
Yeah. No kidding. I
there
guess
any
looking forward.
related stuff to talk.
Yeah. So we are going to actually have a guest this Wednesday.
Hell yeah, we are.
So Mr. Chandler West, he used to work for the Pagliarulos as a crew guy and is now driving and crewing the dirt crew and occasionally the dumpy truck dirt crew. So he's going to be joining us this Wednesday.
Good job at it. I want to add, he's doing a very good job fulfilling his role there on that team.
Absolutely. Now, unfortunately, what I found out was Mr. Gio, this was his last weekend actually crewing for an independent team. I want to say unfortunately because he is going back to the company. He's going to go crew and work at Feld and Monster Jam. So we wish nothing but the best of luck to you. We hope they treat you right. We hope you get far and get where you want to be. But we do like seeing you more on the independent side. But hey, good luck in all your endeavors. We wish nothing but the best for you.
Hey, Gio's going to do great things at Monster Jam. I hate that he went to Monster Jam and literally COVID hit. And then, like everybody else, he was a part of everybody, you know, like you as well, Spence got laid off. But, you know, times have changed. It's time for him to go back. And I think he'll do great things there at Monster Jam. I think he'll be a good fit for a team there at Feld Motorsports. And so, yeah, definitely glad for him. So this Wednesday, Chandler West will be back on the show. You'll be able to talk about his journey from all the way at the bottom, starting entry level, and now he's finally getting that drive time, that driver's seat. Really proud of that guy.
Absolutely. And the dude knows how to throw down. It was so cool just knowing someone that was also a crew guy and seeing him at a pit party, like talking to the kids, talking to the families and stuff. Super genuine, super down to earth kind of guy. And I cannot wait to have our interview with him this Wednesday.
Other than that, we got our giveaway closing in soon. I think what we're going to do is kind of activate the giveaway at 250 subscribers on YouTube, I think is what we're going to actually go for now. Okay. Once we hit 250 on YouTube for subscribers, if you haven't already, hit subscribe on YouTube. That goes a long way with us. And we're going to be doing our giveaway at 250. We'll talk about all the good stuff we've got in our giveaway. It'll be bigger than our previous giveaway. I promise you that.
I'm getting messages on my phone for people calling me a wimp that I need to get a tattoo.
It's time. Okay, you're a grown ass man, big boy. You got your lady. Hold your hand throughout the process. It's time.
Man, when our merch store gets up, I hope we sell out of everything because you guys owe us. Actually, I wanted to look at real quick. What are we at right now as far as subscribers on YouTube? Do you guys know offhand? Because we're getting pretty close to 200.
185 the last time I looked.
I literally went to YouTube and typed in YouTube for some reason. Oh, wow. It has been a long day.
I went to YouTube and typed
187.
187. So we're knocking on the back door of 200 relatively soon. So it'll be here before you guys know it. But we need your guys' help for us to get there before we can give more crap away.
Look at this comment.
We aren't peer pressuring you to get a tattoo.
This one.
I think to make it better, make Spence
get the tattoo live on stream.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
Oh, I think we're doing that.
I don't think we should.
Oh, we definitely will.
Oh.
Do I have to dye your hair live on stream? Because I'll do it.
I guess if that's what people really want to see me is dye my hair purple on live stream. It's happening regardless.
I just want to see what you look like with Slim, like all the peroxide where it's just straight blonde first before you put color in.
I gotta bleach your hair first.
Yep. I think that'd be interesting. Oh my gosh.
Well, is there anything else monster truck related that we can
monster
talk about
truck
tonight?
related? I honestly think we have everything covered. It was a great weekend, fun weekend to keep up with the sport. Very entertaining as always. And then, like I said earlier, victory this week was spelled Z-A-C-K. Our guest from last week on the show, Mr. Zach Garner, just went out and had an absolute heyday. Didn't matter what stadium he was in, what truck he was driving. He went out and was on kill this week. And that team overboard, that entire camp, they're all championship material, and they all put together all their chips, and they put their brains together, and they worked hard, and they were winners at the end of this entire weekend, every single one of them. So congrats to everyone, team overboard, especially you, Zach Garner. Other than that, Harley Joe, I think you can hit the outro video. Everybody remember, when in doubt, throttle out. Peace out. Good night, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.